Hey you guys, it's MJ from Love. How are you? I'm gonna try and be quiet because there's people sleeping in the house still. Although it's been a sleep in for me for sure. I went to bed at like 7:30 last night, and then I woke up at like 3, but then I went back to bed, and I don't know what time it is, like 6 or 7. So MJ is rested up after the festival. See, I'm grabbing my cards for no apparent reason. I ultimately, after this festival experience, wanted to talk to you guys about like the rising empathy. I often see just like a broad sweeping general idea of empathy is very similar to compassion. You know, like having a sense of just love and care for people, you know. Hi Bridget, how are you? So so I'm getting this like rising empathy, and then it's one and the same as dissolving lack, dissolving disconnection. Because ultimately, all lack and distortion comes from the core wound of separation, the fundamental sort of base tone belief system in our culture that the world around us is completely separate from us and thus should be controlled and dominated, feared. And the rising empathy within us is expanding our consciousness and allowing us to perceive from a place of unity perspective. So that just means that we're looking at the world knowing that it's our choosing that we see. Hi, Roots. Hi, Chica. Thanks a lot, by the way. I really appreciate your words, and I felt them as well. And that's also like I took some time off this weekend. I still did broadcast my little emotion one from my car. I think that was Sunday morning. I did a little like festival update, but yeah, I find festivals such interesting opportunities to explore collective energies and undertones, as in like the invisible collective energies versus what's being like what dominantly is being projected, as in like yay fun festival, but like yeah, I always pick up on these like undertones. Right. So, and I'm talking about lack as like the debt-based economy. You know, across the board, we have a human perception of lack. You know, like there's not enough, i.e., like, so for example, when you look at festival culture to me is kind of an escapism. There is a form of protest, perhaps. There can be a form of radicalism, in as far as like radical expression, radical freedom, radical whatever. But increasingly, what I'm finding with like more and more festivals popping up is that I'm like, it's just often still a platform of escapism. So we're not integrally, although we are, because we talk about these things at the festivals, right? So it's all part of the function. I'm just aware of an overarching theme of escapism and, okay, let's not talk about, although it's true that we shan't always just focus on the problems, instead focus on the solutions. And indeed, I think festival culture is endeavoring that and is pushing those boundaries, which is why we're seeing the rise of festival culture as well. I guess I'm just noodling with intention and integrity in as far as like the paradigm shift goes and how we explain and how we make sense of our perception, make sense of our own evolution, make sense of our interactions, make sense of like all this crazy shit that's going on around us, and still be able to hold space for ourselves and still be able to like show up. And that's, you know, been a big theme for me over these last increasingly few months, but like over these last few years is like just keep going, just keep showing up, you know, just keep being yourself, just keep being like real in any given moment about that mode of expression, that feeling connection. And so many of us, I think, have endeavored a lot of this transformational stuff to build a better life for ourselves and our community, to be able to provide, to be able to funnel resources to the people who need it the most. provide access to the people that don't have it. Hence the rise of empathy is dissolving lack. Because empathy means that nobody lives in lack. Empathy means that we all actually fundamentally, truly, truly care for one another's well-being. And there's none of this weird fucking covert bullshit, you know, where people are slyly lying or sidestepping the truth because they don't want to address what have you. Shame, resentment, you know, uncomfortable emotions that good people don't want to admit that they feel about other people, perhaps. I'm gonna pull a card, my juicy, juicy friends. So yeah, Sunday was my favorite day. And night, for sure. Monday was quite on flow. We got stuck in some heavy-duty traffic. I believe there was a fairly monumental collision on the A303 yesterday. We managed to take the detour, but the 4-hour journey was more like sort of 6-ish, maybe. Not too bad, though. Just a little exhausting after the weekend. But yeah, I learned a lot. I saw a lot of... it's been a really interesting festival, basically, as like cycles repeat and making different choices and having different opportunities arise and being more on flow. Yeah, just cool. Just good stuff, really. I'm feeling pretty good, you guys, after 7 months of like, what is life? Like, what the fuck? Now it's summertime and life is starting to get quite good again, guys. MJ is quite a happy chica today. Also, I'm pleased with, and I'm just, shh, stop. Okay, oh, let's just see what comes out like that. Okay, these are the Osho cards, and so this is, let's just fuse this with like a daily interpretation or a daily reading, or general, which just means like anytime you come across this video, it could maybe be relevant to you. It looks like it very much is the beginning of like a new vision, a new life, maybe. It feels like this birthing a new vision is like bringing in participation, which is bringing, howdy Zeus, which is moving you forward. There's an intense movement forward back home, I'm getting. Back home to source. And I feel like there were chains or systems of control that were blocking you from being able to go within. So these two, I would say, just because that's how they came out, I don't often read reversals for Osho, but that came like that. So I'm thinking, okay, there was controlling parameters around you that inhibited your ability to go within. I feel like it basically didn't matter. There's this card of inner flowering, or simply flowering, and this kind of tells me that like regardless of this, the flowering has occurred. And because it flows very beautifully, like this flowering. This also, I feel like, could be some celebration. And I'm also getting this could be something about creativity. Painting, I'm seeing some of you painting. Dancing outside. So yeah, this feels like this can be an aspect of celebration as well. I feel like this card is something also about finding inspiration outside of you. That then moves you forward into this new direction. It could just be like a little idea. Or it could be something you see outside that then go, oh my god, I'm gonna So moving in this direction, loving these colors, by the way, the purple and the yellow, and like that's like mega beautiful, right? Vision, hello, color, and then vision of manifestation is then make it manifest. You know, empower it, birth it, birth it into the world. And this new vision is bringing you into greater participation. There's going to be movement. For some reason, and again, these is my very personal intuitive interpretation. This feels like travel to me. I feel like some of you guys are going to be like flying maybe to different places, or I also feel like some of you might be moving house. This isn't a timeline read though, so I can't really assess or offer like the time. I would put it within the framework of the next few months. So this is like a movement back home. So it does feel like some of you guys are going to be moving house. I think that's it for today. I don't know if I overslept or what, but I'm feeling a little snoozy. But I did want to check in with you guys because I have mad love and respect for you and myself. and I love what I do. And I've absolutely had a wonderful time. I mostly left my phone away and off like the whole weekend. I didn't post on social media, and well, other than like the YouTube vibrashe, but like no, you know what was really nice, you guys? I wasn't taking fucking pictures all the time, and I wasn't taking selfies. Thank you. Love you, Bridget. And I felt like so good not to be. It felt so good to be like, no, this is my life, and I'm gonna live it. And I'm not in any mood right now to have to share every 5 seconds with like, you know, and like it's not like I'm not putting that on other people. I'm putting on that like where I've been in pioneering my online life, pioneering the online entrepreneurship. I think you can get caught up in a bit, well, not a bit, but full on same but different rat race of like, I do it, and I'm sort of kind of thinking, no, it's all just the same but 5D. So it's just it literally is an expansion of the mind, a shift in perspective, shifting eventually your vibrational base tone, which then inevitably brings in new vision. Because we just don't have access to this until we're there. It's just the weirdest kind of thing. Very paradoxical. Very, yeah, paradoxical is like the most word. Hey Scott, how are you? Because I fully have experienced this in even a more visceral way of like letting go and not giving a ass is like literally pulls everything in. And like trust yourself and your brothers and sisters. And then if the intuitive sword comes down, let it. One more card. Okay, Zeus. One more card for this juicy bunch of lovers. Oh, yeah. This, I would say, is pretty simple. It's like, get out of your head and go play. Get out of your head and go create something. Look at this guy. Like, he's pure head. He's pure just like talking, logic, intellect, fuming out the face, right? And those of us experiencing some of these like spiritual stuff as of like the nausea and the headaches, like think about the clearing out of this system, this systematic programming, right? The systematic programming is ultimately a bunch of humans like this. This is like the common dominant energy field of human consciousness. Everybody. And in their bodies, they're just sort of headless chickens running around that mental scape, exhausting itself. Drinking, partying, going to work, drinking, partying, going to work, sleeping, feeling stuff they don't want to feel, and blah, blah, right? Most of humanity, Solomon. New paradigm. Can I get an amen? You sure can, my friend. On loop. Nice one, Zeus. Yeah, on loop. And then, this is us. This is paradigm shift community, new paradigm communities. Love heart vibrashe. Love heart vibrashe community. We are creators. Mother of creation. Purpley, I know. And purpley and pinky and tealy. It makes me think I definitely want to put some kind of plait in my hair. Anywho, well, not plait on about MJ's vanity, but look at all this. Also, can you guys see? I wonder if I can turn that down a bit and you can see better. Okay. I don't know if you can see. She's got like stars as a crown. Oh, now you can see. And that makes me think of like the divine spark in us all. How we are all like sparkles, and I'm not speaking clearly, but how we are all stardust, basically. Stardust and rainbows, you know. All the things that we see in nature, elementally speaking, are that which we are. Except, for some reason, the world made us think we're this. And then the star people. And the star people came to Earth and were like, guys, remember. And it would appear that some of us Earthlings are now finally beginning to remember and going, hey, ow, I don't want to abuse myself or other. I want to live in peace and love with my fellow creators. I love you guys. I'm thankful for you guys. I hope you have an awesome day and night. I have intuitive reading today. I'm going to do an intuitive read for Instagram. If you haven't liked Instagram, go ahead, my friends. Sweet, sweet. Blasted out purple. That is gorgeous. Orange yellow. Fantastic. Yeah, colors and vibrations. We were talking about that at the festival. I'm a bit spaced out, but you just said something about the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? And Aslan? So what you're making me think is the fact that, like, the media is the message. Do you guys know about, I think, a literary, I don't know, philosopher or whatever, Aunt Marshall McLuhan, who wrote about the media being the message. And like we here, I know I reference like Harry P. and Tolkien and stuff like that as far as like the great tales. Star Wars is another of them. Like all of these stories are essentially a story of light versus dark. And I just personally feel like we're living in that time of great messaging, the great battle, as it were, the battle that rises us into a greater harmonic frequency, which just looks like a better feeling and healthier humanity. I'm sorry, I feel really like, whoa, I need to look into this. I need to look into the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I just am not like fussed about the flat earth concepts. Like I'm not fussed about pushing ideas onto people, because the same two sides of the same coin is the same, to me anyway, the scientific or science I just said that. Spectrum, polarity. It is science. Whether it's a flat two-dimensional thing or a spherical ball, I don't think actually my experience is just my experience. And then the planets have their shapes. The planets are their experience, you know. I don't care so about that as a story particularly. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna shoot off. I'm a bit sleepy still. My brain feels like it's functioning a little foggily. And I've had some really cool encounters that I'm like integrating, feeling quite positive about though, to be honest, and looking forward to future. What was that card? What was that freaking awesome card that we got? Although this one just popped out. Breakthrough. Compass. I appreciate all of you though. I have mega hot love vibrashe for all of you juicy lovers. Anyway, I was thinking about that new vision card. That's kind of like where life is feeling, but it's exciting. I'll do my best to keep you all posted about my road trip. I'm leaving Thursday. What's today? Tuesday. So I'm leaving Thursday. I'm hoping that I can stay like posting en route. That would be so freaking cool if I could like keep you guys updated every day, but be in different locations around Europe. I'd feel pretty badass. I'm excited to do this, but there is that general slight nervous excitement, anticipation around, yeah, just getting there safely and everything. Data offer. Usefuls, yeah. I have the emotion coming up. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky and blessed and supported. Bye, Zeus. Hi, Revel. So yeah, I have to look into that. I love you guys because you helped me sort my life out. So data for my Europe trip, because I have a plan. I have a pretty crazy awesome phone plan. As far as, I mean, I pay premium so that I can always have access to online. Yeah, so European data is me looking out. Much love, you guys. I'm out. I'm out as well. I'm out too, Scott. You guys, I love you loads. Have an awesome day. Virtual hugs, my friends. Virtual hugs. Have a great day. Peace out, my friends. Love you loads.